Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Sports Guru 716 and I hope you enjoy the third to last video of my 2016 Cup Series preview. In this episode I will cover obviously Stewart-Haas Racing, and in this first slide I have Kevin Harvick and Danica Patrick, two completely different drivers in skill level in this series. Now with Kevin Harvick you have a driver that finished second in points last year, won the whole thing the year before, and he very well could have won it last year. He was as good as the year before. I think he started the season with I want to say more than a handful of top two finishes. That's just ridiculous. So he definitely is a very, very good driver. And there is no doubt in my mind that he will once again be in the Final Four going into Homestead at the end of the 2016 season and have a very good chance at winning a championship. When he left Richard Childress Racing, a lot of people were like, "Well, this is a big bold move for him," and he made it. And Budweiser is sticking along with him, and they are just doing great. When he moonlights in Xfinity and trucks, he also does very well. And you can see here he has two championships in the Xfinity series, so he is a very good driver and will compete till the end. Danica Patrick, on the other hand, she is a good driver, but has gotten here completely on sellability, marketability for her brand, GoDaddy. And as you can see here, GoDaddy has kind of backed off a little bit this year. She has sponsorship from I believe, food brand. They make bars of some big bars and things like that. But as you can see here, she finished 24th in points last season. It was her best season in her career at the Cup level. She doesn't really compete for top tens too often. I would say she may have under a handful of top tens this season. She may have two or three, but I don't expect any more out of her than that. I believe that she should be the driver that finishes last out of these four, and I really sincerely doubt that she wins a race. She could. She may win like a fuel mileage race or something, but I don't really see her winning a race at the Cup level this season, and I don't really know if she'll be here very long. Now she wants to be, but I don't know if she'll be able to put up the numbers good enough to deserve this ride. You need to be able to finish better than 24th in points. There's a lot of kids coming up. They got Cole Custer coming. He's going to drive trucks more often this year, and he's supposed to be a real good thing for them, so we'll see what he does. And here we have Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch. As I am making these last three videos, my Haas video, Hendrick, and Gibbs, Stewart is already been ruled out till probably Memorial Day. They will have Brian Vickers and Ty Dillon split the duties in the 14 car, and I sincerely doubt that Tony Stewart has a dream season like Kyle Busch did last year, where he makes a chase and wins the championship. Although he is a three-time champion, and I think a lot of people probably ruled him out in 2011 when he broke a tie at Homestead with Carl Edwards to win a championship. But I really don't see him going out like Kyle Busch or definitely Jeff Gordon. But in Tony Stewart's last season, as Clint Boyer waits in the wings at Scott Motorsports, we see that Stewart has a lot of experience in the Cup Series, and when he moonlights in Xfinity and trucks, he does very well. And we'll see what he does. Maybe he can get a win. If he got a win, that would be really, really nice to see. A lot of people are hoping that he does something in this last season. He hasn't had a lot of success over the last 3 or 4 years with his broken leg, the Kevin Ward incident, and many other things, including this. Last season, he really did not have a good season. He suffered a lot of bad races, a lot of bad breaks, and he is a driver capable of top 10 finishes, especially on this team with Harvick and Kurt Busch, as I'll talk about later, that do so very well on this team that you'd expect Stewart maybe to be able to sneak out a win this season. If he did, that would be very, very cool. who knows, if he sneaks out a win, maybe he can get into the top 30, maybe he can make the chase in his last season. But I don't see him competing for a championship like Gordon or like Busch. Now, speaking of Busch, we have Kurt Busch, a driver that is well known around the series as being the bad boy. He really doesn't get along with a lot of people. Lately, he's had a better time getting sponsors. As you can see, Monster Energy Drinks is now on his car. Last season, he made the chase. I believe he won a race. He definitely is capable of winning races every season. He's definitely capable of making the chase. I doubt that he will compete for a championship, but I think he will be a middle-of-the-road chase guy, probably around 7th to 10th place at the end of the season. I do think that he may be able to get 1 or 2 wins. He will be competing for top 10s regularly because the Haas equipment is definitely capable of doing that. As you can see, he has success moonlighting as well in Xfinity and trucks, driving for his brother Kyle. And he's got the capability of doing well. He won the first championship in the chase format that was, top 12 make it, top 10 make it, and they have 10 races to see who wins the championship. He won it the first time. Hasn't had a lot of success since in terms of high points finishes. So we really just are taking a shot in the dark here, hoping that maybe he has some success 10 years later at that level. I doubt it. I think that he will just be a middle-of-the-road chase guy, which is still not bad. It will not be bad, and with the help of Kevin Harvick's team, I really do expect 3 of the 4 Stewart-Haas cars with a win. And the 4th one with Danica Patrick is just like, she's just going along for the ride because she's got the backing of these sponsors, and it's nothing against her. It's not her fault. She wants to drive NASCAR, and she competes. She finished 24th in points, but she definitely is getting this treatment because she is marketable. So no hate. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, slap a like on it. Subscribe if you want to see future content. I will be doing 2 more NASCAR videos, definitely previewing the season, and maybe once a week going over that last race and previewing the next one. And yeah, thank you for watching.